16 minutes. That's the time you have to make one of the biggest choices in your life. Right now, something powerful is heading your way, bringing a message that could completely change how you see yourself. This word has been wanting to reach you for many years, but some people kept it from getting to you because they didn't want you to find out the truth. Do you notice that different kind of feeling in the air? That weird tingle moving through you as you read this? It's not just by chance. It's your inner self recognizing something that's always known but has been pushed to forget. Archangel Michael is here with you, holding a special paper that has details about a gift that rightfully belongs to you. But this isn't just about money or things. It's about who you really are, your spiritual talents that have been hidden away, and a special family background that someone tried to wipe out. For many years, you felt like something was lacking in your life, as if there's a part of you that you can never find. This wasn't just in your head. It was your instinct trying to tell you what had been taken from you. The person bringing this important message from the spirit world isn't a stranger. It's someone who knew you when you were innocent, before the world dimmed your shine. This person saw greatness in you that others were scared of. They left this world feeling sad because they knew you had no clue about what rightfully belonged to you. But now, the universe has finally allowed the truth to come out. For a long time, people have worked hard to keep you from knowing your true value. They realized that if you awakened to who you really are, everything would change. So they created barriers, filled your head with doubts, and made you feel like you were just ordinary and didn't deserve anything wonderful. Deep down, you always sensed there was something off about this story, didn't you? There was always a quiet voice inside reminding you that your life was meant to be different, that you had a bigger purpose, that something amazing was waiting for you. This voice wasn't wrong. It was your true self trying to remind you of a promise made even before you were born. Archangel Michael is now telling you that your family line carries special spiritual truths. You come from a group of souls who came to Earth with a specific goal. But this information has been purposely kept away because there are powers that benefit when people like you don't realize their real strength. The message coming to you has 3 important parts. First, the truth about where your spirit comes from and the talents that have been hidden since you were a child. Second, details about the resources that should rightfully belong to you but have been taken by those who were supposed to look after you. And third, here are the steps on how to bring out your true self and start living the life you were meant to lead. But you need to act fast. It's not because of cosmic impatience, but because the chance to receive this message will only be available for a short while. You have 16 minutes left before outside forces might block this connection again. You can feel something important inside you because your spirit knows this is a key moment. The person who sent you this message from another realm made a huge effort to reach you. They had to wait for everything in the universe to line up just right. They needed to convince higher powers that you were ready to handle this information without being overwhelmed. They also had to overcome those who benefit from your lack of awareness about your true value. What's really amazing is that this person never stopped believing in you, even after leaving this world. They kept fighting from the spiritual side, wanting you to see who you really are. And now at last, they have managed to push through all the walls that kept this truth from you. You might be feeling a lot of different emotions right now. Perhaps you're doubtful because you've been taught to not trust things that seem too good. Maybe you're scared because a part of you realizes that if this is real, your life will change completely. And maybe you feel hopeful because finally, something makes sense in the confusion of your life. All these feelings are perfectly normal. Your mind is trying to deal with ideas that go against what you've always learned about limits and lack. But deep down, your heart knows the truth. It's racing because it senses the coming of freedom. Archangel Michael wants you to get this important point. You are not here by accident. You didn't just happen to find this message while scrolling online. You were led here by unseen forces that are working hard to help you wake up before it's too late. Every step you took today and every choice you made were nudged to bring you to this exact moment. The gift being shown to you isn't just about material things. It's about awakening your mind. It's about recognizing who you truly are, the talents you bring, and the purpose you have in this life. It's about remembering the promises your soul made before coming into this life, deals that were forgotten but never erased. Now you have a choice. You can close this page and go back to your regular life, acting like none of this ever happened. Or you can be brave, keep reading, and learn secrets that will not only change your own life, but also the lives of those you care about. Time is running out. You have 16 minutes to decide something that will impact the rest of your life. The paper that is being shared has information that will make you rethink everything you know about your family. For a long time, you believed you were just a regular person in a family that didn't really matter. But actually, you have a family background that includes amazing knowledge and resources. Your ancestors were well aware of who they were and what they had. They knew how to understand energies, create what they wanted, and work with unseen forces to bring in wealth and protection. However, at some point in your family history, this valuable knowledge was intentionally hidden. Someone thought it was too risky to keep these traditions going. What you don't realize is that before they passed away, a person very dear to you uncovered the truth about this forgotten inheritance. This individual found papers, items, and details that showed your special family background. And on their last moments, they promised solemnly that you would learn all of this, even if they had to go to great lengths to keep that promise. Now from beyond, this spirit has finally kept its word. Archangel Michael is letting you know that there are 3 important things waiting for you. First, there's a large amount of money that has been kept in a special account, waiting for you, the rightful heir. Second, there are properties and land that legally belong to your family, but were taken by people who knew you didn't know about these rights. Third, there are valuable spiritual and material items that have been hidden, waiting for the right time to be claimed. But there is something even more crucial than money. There is information about who has blocked your success all these years. There are names, documents, and proof of a family plot that kept you unaware while others took advantage of what belonged to you. The person communicating this from the other side doesn't want to get even. They want fairness. They want you to know exactly what you have been battling against all this time, because you have always sensed that something was off, always thought that certain people weren't what they appeared to be, and always had a feeling that someone was working against you in some way. Your instincts were right. There are family members who smiled at you while signing papers that transferred your inheritance to themselves. There are people who cried at your funeral while secretly feeling happy that another hurdle to their plans was gone. There are individuals who pretended to care about you while they were actively trying to keep you poor and confused about your real value. But everything was seen, and now it's time to turn things around. In the next few days, you will start to notice unusual coincidences. People from your past will suddenly show up again. Names of lawyers you don't know will begin to come up in conversations. Lost documents will be discovered in unexpected places. And certain people close to you will start to seem anxious whenever inheritance or property is discussed. These situations are not just random events. They show that spiritual insights are appearing in our world. Archangel Michael wants you to grasp an important fact. You aren't getting this information just because you were lucky. You received it because you endured a long spiritual struggle that lasted many years. You stayed kind even when others were unkind. You kept your faith even when people let you down. You continued to believe in love despite being taken advantage of and tossed aside many times. Your strength has been noticed by higher powers. Type in the comments, "I deserve all the divine protection meant for me." Saying this will create a protective energy around you that stops any disruptions while you reclaim what is yours. Now, stick with me. The news coming your way also holds practical advice. You will get direction on what steps to take next, what papers to look for, who you should talk to, what questions to ask. The spiritual realm will not only give you information, it will walk you through each part of the claiming process. But be ready for some pushback. When you start going after what's rightfully yours, some people will get nervous. They know that if you find out everything, their whole plan will be in trouble. So they will try to distract you, discourage you, and make you think you're just dreaming. Don't listen to them. The being who is sending this message from the spiritual realm understands you better than anyone else. They know you have the power to fight this battle. They realize you are entitled to every dollar, every piece of land, and every acknowledgement that was withheld from you. And they see that when you get back what is yours, you will use it wisely, not for selfish reasons. That is why you were chosen. Not only because of your family background, but for the strength of your character over the years. The coolest part is that this inheritance is not just about what has happened before, it's about what is to come. The resources you are about to receive will help you complete your life's purpose. You have always felt that you were meant for something greater, but you never had the resources to make it happen. This lack of resources was not by chance. It was part of a plan to keep you from being your full self. But that plan is now falling apart. In the next 16 minutes, decisions are being made in the spiritual realm that will impact your everyday life. Negative energy contracts are being nullified. Family issues are being healed. Money obstacles are being cleared away. And protective energies are being set around everything that belongs to you. You can sense this change in energy happening right now. It feels like the air around you is getting lighter, clearer, and filled with new possibilities. This isn't just your imagination. This is reality changing to match what is true. The person behind all of this is smiling now. It's not because they want to hurt those who wronged you, but because they are happy to see you finally understand your real value. They have been waiting a long time for this moment. They have worked hard from the spiritual world to make everything just right for you to learn this truth. Now you are finally ready to accept everything that has always belonged to you. There is a box hidden away that no one has touched for a long time. Inside this box is real proof of everything that is being uncovered now. There are pictures showing properties that belong to your family. There are signed papers that prove illegal transactions. There are letters that were never sent that explain exactly what happened to your rightful inheritance. Archangel Michael is revealing this box to you right now. It's covered in dust, locked, and placed in a spot that seems unlikely. But the angels are shining light on it, because it's time for the truth to come out. When you find this box, you will instantly know that everything you find inside is completely real. The person who hid this box did it as a safety measure. They were aware that you would need this proof someday. They knew there would be people trying to deny your rights, question your claims, and make you seem crazy for wanting what is yours. So they left behind undeniable proof that couldn't be dismissed even by the biggest doubters. This box also contains a final letter. It's a personal note written just for you that explains not only the facts about your family background, but also the feelings behind every choice made. You will find out that you were always the most cherished person in your family, even when you felt like an outsider or the odd one out. The truth is that you were loved because you were different, because you had feelings that others didn't, because you asked tough questions, because you wouldn't accept unfairness, because you kept your kindness even when the world tried to harden your heart. These qualities that made you feel out of place were exactly what proved you were the true heir. But not everyone liked this truth. Some people worked hard to erase you from family history. They knew that if you found out your true place in the family, they would have to return all the power they took for themselves. So they made up fake stories about you. They spread rumors that you were mentally unstable. They convinced others that you were too careless to manage important resources. This was all carefully planned. They watched you struggle financially and pretended they couldn't help you. They saw you go through emotional struggles and whispered that it showed you were not good enough. They noticed your weak moments and used them as proof that their choice to exclude you was right. But what they didn't realize is that the angels were gathering every tear you shed. Every act of unfairness was being noted in the records of heaven. And every cruel action against you was sealing their fate in the divine court. Archangel Michael is now telling us that it's time to take responsibility for our actions. In the next few days, you will notice 3 clear signs that show this healing process has started. First, someone will casually bring up the name of the person who shared this message from the spiritual world. Second, you will come across an item that used to belong to that person in a place where it doesn't make sense for it to be. And third, you will get some surprise news about lost papers or belongings. When you see these signs, you will realize this isn't just in your head. Getting back your heritage will be more than just about material things. It's also about your feelings and spirit. You will get back the confidence that was taken from you over time. You'll trust your own judgment again, which was often doubted. And you will recover the feeling of belonging that was unfairly kept from you. Most importantly, you will find out that you have amazing spiritual abilities that have been hidden since you were a child. These abilities include understanding people's real intentions, attracting good opportunities by using your energy, and shielding the ones you love with your prayers and focused thoughts. These talents aren't just silly ideas. They are real skills that have been passed down through your family for many years. Your relatives use these powers to thrive, keep their families safe, and create plenty even during tough times. But at some point, someone thought that keeping these traditions going was too risky. Now you are being asked to bring back this spiritual heritage. Interestingly, deep down, you always knew there was something unique about you. You felt different from others, as if you had a special role or knowledge that was hard to explain. You often had vivid dreams, strong intuitions, and moments of understanding that felt like they came from another place. This was your higher self trying to remind you of your true identity. The person who sent this message from the spiritual realm wants you to stop hiding who you are. They want you to stop holding back your brightness to avoid upsetting others. They want you to fully accept your remarkable nature and start using your abilities to build the life you've always wanted. However, there is one key point: you can't do it by yourself. You will need friends who see your value and are ready to stand with you. The great news is that these people are also being led to you right now. In the next few months, you will meet people who will instantly notice your unique energy. They will offer help without you having to ask. They will bring you chances that seem too good to be true. And they will become not just allies, but genuine friends who will support you on your journey to reclaim your heritage. These meetings won't be random. They will be part of a higher plan to make sure you have all the help you need to get back what belongs to you and complete your purpose in life. Time is getting short to make this choice. But if you've gotten this far, it's because you already have an idea of what to do. The new information coming your way is about a hidden will. This is a document that was created, but never officially shared with the right people. This will have certain details about properties and possessions that should have gone to you but were kept secret. The person who created this will understood that your family might put up a fight. They knew that some people would try hard to stop you from getting what rightly belongs to you. So they added special protections, codes, and hints to guide you to the truth, even if it took many years. The Archangel Michael is telling us that this will is kept in a particular place, guarded by people who don't realize how important it is. This could be a law office that has changed hands many times. It might be a bank with old safety deposit boxes that nobody remembers. Or it could be a religious group that keeps old papers without knowing their true worth. But now it's the right time for this will to be revealed. You will get clear instructions on where to search and what to do next. These won't be unclear or mysterious hints. They will be straightforward, step-by-step guidance that takes you right to what you need. When you find that document, you will learn that your worth as an heir is much more than you thought. The person who gave this to you wasn't just wealthy in money. They were smart, had a lot of connections, and made a big impact. They had investment skills passed down in the family. They understood which properties would increase in value over time. And they had ties with influential people who respected them and followed their wishes. All of this is now yours to access. However, it's important for you to know that this inheritance comes with duties. You're not getting these resources just for personal gain. You're getting the means to achieve a bigger goal. There's important work to do, people to support, and changes to make in the world. The person who left this to you believed you could truly help others. They saw that you have the kindness to handle power without letting it change you. They recognized you have the humility to stay connected with regular people even after achieving success. That's why you were chosen. In the next few days, you will start to notice changes in how others treat you. Some people may act differently towards you, as if they feel something is off. Others might keep their distance, especially those aware of family secrets. And some might suddenly take an interest in your money and future. All these responses show that something important is happening on a deeper level. The person behind this message from the spiritual world wants you to be aware of hidden enemies. There are people out there who will try to keep you from finding out the whole truth. They will use clever tricks to make you doubt yourself. They might create emotional problems to throw you off your quest. Sometimes, they might even use those close to you to cause trouble. But you are ready for this. Over the years, through tough times, you have built strong mental and emotional strength. You learned to believe in your gut feelings even when others said you were wrong. You developed faith even in the worst situations. And you formed a deep bond with something divine that can't be damaged by other people. These qualities that grew out of your struggles are now your greatest strengths in the fight to get back what belongs to you. Archangel Michael wants you to know an important fact. You are not in this fight by yourself. There is a whole team of spiritual beings working to help you. There are angels clearing away things that block your way. There are spiritual protectors guarding you from negative energy. And the person who delivered this message is managing everything from a higher place. You have support from forces that are way stronger than any human challenges. Write in the comments, "Every hidden truth now comes to light for my highest good." This statement will kickstart a speedy process of revealing truths that you need to know at the right moment. Keep reading. Getting back what is rightfully yours will also mean learning about your spiritual background. You will find out that you come from a line of people who had special talents. Some were natural healers. Others could predict the future. Some had the ability to create wealth in ways that science still doesn't fully understand. These abilities haven't disappeared. They are just waiting to be awakened within you. Once you start using these awakened gifts along with the resources you're about to receive, your life will change in ways that feel almost magical. Opportunities will suddenly pop up. Important people will want to help you for no clear reason. Problems that seemed impossible will start to fade away on their own. This isn't just luck. It's the universe shifting to support your true path. The person sending you this message from the spiritual realm made a huge sacrifice so you could have this chance. They gave up their own peace to stay connected to this world and fight for you. They did this because they love you in a way that goes beyond death, and because they know you can respect this gift with grace. Now it's your turn to honor that sacrifice by taking the steps needed to get back what has always been yours. The time has finally arrived to share the truth about who has been stopping you from getting your inheritance all these years. Right now, the name of this person is being hinted at by angels, and once you hear it, many parts of your life that seemed confusing will start making sense. You've always sensed that something was off, felt like someone was working against you, but you could never figure out exactly who it was. Now the facts are coming to light. The person who has been against you is someone you had faith in. This is someone who smiled at you while you were signing papers that gave your inheritance to someone else. They pretended to care about you while secretly being happy about your setbacks. They took advantage of your kindness and trust. Archangel Michael is showing you a picture of this person right now. You can picture them in your mind, their face, their voice, the way they act. And suddenly, you think back to odd talks, sneaky looks, and times when your gut feeling tried to alert you. But you didn't listen because you thought someone so close couldn't really do something so hurtful. But your instincts were right all along. This person didn't work by themselves. They were involved in a family plan that included dishonest lawyers, fake papers, and witnesses who were paid to lie. They made up a complicated story about why you shouldn't get your inheritance, based on false claims about your mental health, your ability to manage money, and your character. This was all a trick to make stealing from you seem okay. The hardest part is realizing that this betrayal started much earlier than you thought. There were secret discussions where they figured out how to keep you unaware. Important papers were signed when you weren't there that changed your role as an heir completely. Choices about your life were made without you knowing there were any problems to fix. You were intentionally kept in the dark while others took charge of your future, but everything was seen from above. And now is the time for things to be set right. The person who is sharing this news from a higher place doesn't want you to feel only anger or want revenge. They want you to take this knowledge and completely break free from their harmful hold. They want you to see that their betrayal was actually a hidden blessing, as it made you stronger and more independent than you would have been otherwise. You have grown tougher, smarter, and kinder because you faced these challenges. Now knowing the full truth, you can take the right actions to get back what is rightfully yours. Not by seeking revenge, but by taking legal steps based on solid proof. The person who gave you this inheritance was wise. They thought ahead about the chance of betrayal and left signs that cannot be erased. Soon, you will get clear advice on what to do next. You will meet people who are meant to assist you at just the right moments. You will find papers that were hidden in unexpected places. And you will see coincidences that clearly show divine help. The whole universe is working for you now. Getting back your inheritance will also reveal truths about the people in your life. You will see who really cares about you and who is just putting up with you while hoping you would go away. You will clearly identify who secretly celebrated your failures and who truly felt bad watching you struggle. This new understanding might hurt at first, but it will set you free in the end. Some people will leave your life when they find out they can't control you anymore. Others will suddenly want to be closer when they hear about your change in situation. And some will show their real selves through strong reactions to their new circumstances. Use all of this as useful information about who should be a part of your new life. Archangel Michael wants you to understand that the good things headed your way are not just gifts, they are a sacred duty. You are being given resources that must be used to improve not just your own life, but also the lives of others who are facing the same kind of unfairness you did. You will be a real example showing that you can get past family dishonesty and get back what was taken from you. Your experience will motivate others who are going through similar struggles. Furthermore, your future kindness will be a lasting tribute to the person who tried to help you from beyond this world to create this chance. The person behind all this wants you to grasp an important truth. You were never truly left behind. Even in your loneliest times, even when it felt like everyone was against you, there was someone standing up for you in ways you couldn't see. This battle has now reached a successful conclusion. In the next few months, your life will change so much that it will take a while to get used to this new reality. You will move from just trying to get by to having the ability to change lives for the better. You will shift from asking for chances to making chances for others. This change won't happen instantly, but when you look back, you'll be surprised by how quickly and completely your life has changed. And the best part is that the person who shared this message can finally find peace. They will have completed their mission. The promise made before they passed will have come true. The love they had for you will be shown beautifully through the full recovery of your background and self-respect. Now you hold not just things but also the important duty of honoring that love through how you choose to live your new life. The ending is near. After many years of confusion, pain, and unfairness, the time has come when everything fits together perfectly. The message is finished, the ways are clear, and you now have all the knowledge you need to claim not just your belongings, but also your true spiritual self. The one who created this message from the spiritual world is filled with joy right now. They can finally see you waking up to the truth they have been trying to share with you for so long. They can see the spark returning to your eyes, the pride coming back to your stance, and the strength revived in your heart. This is the moment she had been waiting for since leaving this world. But now, the most crucial part comes: how you will use this new knowledge. You can choose to stay in the comfortable role of being a victim, using these insights just to prove you have always been treated unfairly. Or you can decide to take the path of a spiritual warrior, using this knowledge to transform your life completely. The person who cares about you from the spiritual world wants you to choose the second path. In the next 16 minutes, final choices are being made in the heavenly courts about your future. Old spiritual agreements are being canceled, family curses are being broken, and a new reality is being built around you, one where you can finally thrive. You can sense a change happening in your body right now. It feels like old cells are fading away and new cells are being created. It feels like negative thought patterns are melting away, making room for new, positive ways of thinking. It's as if your personal energy is rising to align with the new version of yourself. This isn't just your imagination. This is real change happening in your life at this moment. What you are getting is deeply valuable and covers many areas. It includes money to help with your current needs. It also includes properties that will keep you safe in the long run. You'll gain social connections that will help you access opportunities that once seemed lost. Plus, you'll discover spiritual gifts that will help you make great things happen for others. But the most valuable thing is getting back your self-worth. For a long time, you were trained to think you didn't deserve good things. You were made to feel like you were too messed up, too unstable, or not good enough to receive real blessings. These ideas were planted by people who gained from your low confidence. Now you realize that was all untrue. You have always been worthy. You have always been loved. You have always been meant for amazing things. The only difference now is that outside situations have finally matched the true feelings inside you. The person who worked from the spiritual world to help you find this truth has one last message. She wants you to know that from now on, you will never be alone. Whenever you need guidance, when you feel lost, or when you doubt your strength, just close your eyes and sense her being there with you. She will always be there. Now here's one last practical tip. Start writing down everything. Pay attention to the strange coincidences that start happening. Make a note of any unexpected names you hear. Take pictures of any unusual things you find. Write down any important conversations that come your way. You will need this information when it's time to take steps to claim what is yours. The guide from the spiritual world knows some people will doubt these messages. That's why they are making sure there's clear and undeniable evidence so that no one can deny what's actually taking place. Get ready to live the life you've always wanted, but couldn't have because of forces that no longer control you. Over the next few days, really focus on your dreams. They will give you important information about people, places, and actions you should consider. Don't ignore these dreams as just random thoughts. They are messages from a spiritual level, filled with symbols that your soul understands perfectly. When you wake up from these dreams, write down everything you remember right away, because these notes will guide you on your journey to recovery. The change that is starting now will not just impact you. It will spread through your family, helping to heal old wounds that have been there for a long time. Your kids, if you have any, will grow up in a very different environment where having enough and being treated with respect is normal, not rare. And even if you don't have kids of your own, you can become a caring role model for many who need to see someone who has overcome challenges and found healing. Your life will shine as a bright hope for everyone who has had to face similar unfairness. Archangel Michael wants you to know that this insight is the end of a long cycle of karma. You have cleared all the spiritual debts you needed to settle. You have learned all the important lessons through your hardships. You have gained enough understanding and kindness to handle the good things that are on their way. Now you can enjoy a life full of happiness, purpose, and a positive influence. But don't forget, having great resources comes with big responsibilities. The person who fought for what you will inherit hopes you will not just improve your own life, but also help lift up others who are where you once were. They hope you will be a healing presence in a world filled with unnecessary pain. You have the ability to break patterns of poverty, abuse, and neglect that impact whole families. You can start a legacy of love and abundance that can last for many years. Plus, you have the opportunity to show that it's possible to forgive those who have hurt us while also taking back what is ours. This is the greatness you were meant for. And now, dear friend, we have come to the end of this important revelation, but it's just the start of your new journey. I want you to know that you are not by yourself in this path. There is a whole spiritual family of people who have gone through similar changes, who really understand what you're feeling and who are ready to help you in every way they can. In the comments below, let us know how this message moved you. Share which part connected most with your journey. Tell us what signs you've started to notice in your life. And if you feel like it, share a bit about your own story of struggle and overcoming. When you express your truth, you not only free yourself from old habits, but you also give hope to others who might be dealing with similar issues. Your bravery to share your story could be exactly what someone else needs to hear today, to keep believing in their own dreams. This group isn't just an online community. We're like a spiritual family brought together by the wish to grow, heal, and succeed together. Here, you will meet people who will really cheer for you when things go well, support you when times are tough, and understand your experiences in ways that others in your everyday life may not yet understand. Please share with us what you've learned from this experience. How has it changed how you view your own life? What did you discover about family relationships? What new hope have you found in your heart? Your thoughts could shine a light for others who are starting to understand their own truths. If you sense that your life is about to change in ways you can't fully picture yet, share that feeling with us. Just talking about these strong gut feelings can help make them feel more real and speed up their arrival. Remember, you're not the same person you were when you started reading this message. Something important has changed in your mind. A door has opened that can't be closed again. A truth has come to light that you can't ignore. And a path has been set in motion that can't be stopped. Welcome to your new journey, dear soul. The spirit who cares about you is filled with joy and is smiling because they see their promise has finally come true. You now know who you really are and what you truly deserve. Now the real journey starts.